I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch network. I'm just going to show you a sample of some of the utterly deranged and vile and frankly very dangerous posts that Donald Trump is making on his social media platform. And look, because of his horrific and heinous conduct, judges are taking notice. In fact, a federal judge in New York, in the Southern District of New York, Judge Kaplan, who is presiding over the E. Jean Carroll civil rape and defamation case set to go to trial on April 25th, ordered an anonymous jury based on the fact that Donald Trump goes out there and threatens witnesses and jurors and judges and local officials and state officials and federal, whoever. He's threatening everybody right now. And as we move closer to the day of justice, Donald Trump's criminal indictments, not just in Manhattan, but in the various other criminal cases as well, Donald Trump is more unhinged than ever. Let me just read these posts. Donald Trump writes on his social media platform, "Isn't it terrible that DA Bragg refuses to do the right thing and call it a day? He would rather indict an innocent man and create years of hatred, chaos, and turmoil than give him his well-deserved freedom. The whole country sees what's going on, and they're not going to take it anymore. They've had enough. There was no error made, no misdemeanor, no crime, and above all, no case. They spied on my campaign, rigged the election, falsely impeached, cheated, and lied. They are human scum." Can y'all just take a second and let's think? This is the individual who is the leader of a major political party in the United States, the Republican Party. Let's make that very clear, which is now no longer the Republican Party of the past. They are the MAGA Republican cult. That is who they are. And if you don't look at this statement and say this is dangerous and deranged, I question if you love democracy, frankly, because this is sickening. And this should sicken you. I mean, here he's calling people human scum. He's lying about people spying on his campaign. He's lying about rigging elections. He's lying about falsely impeached. He's lying about each and everything here. And he goes on to say, he would rather indict an innocent man. Dude, you are a criminal your entire life, a traitor your entire life. And then you go and create years of hatred, chaos, and turmoil. Really? That is you who are creating, who has created, who wants to create years of hatred, chaos, and turmoil. And if you are not brought to justice, that is exactly what is going to happen. And then the malignant narcissism in this post. The whole country sees what is going on, and they're not going to take it anymore. They've had enough, because he thinks that he is the country. You are not. You are a traitor, a despicable, despicable traitor to our country. And you see the language here that's intended to incite when he says they've had enough. And then he goes, they are human scum and they're not going to take it anymore. What he's trying to signal to his cult followers is, you're not going to take it anymore. You've had enough. Go and get this human scum. That is the incitement that is trying to take place in this post from this utter and complete traitor. It is disgusting. You go to some of these other posts. How about this one that he posted? Just look at it. All caps. This is a maniac wrote this. This is what Donald Trump writes. He goes, "Why won't Bragg drop this case? Everybody says there is no crime here." Nobody says that. "I did nothing wrong." Yes, you did. "It was all made up by a convicted nut job with zero credibility who has been disputed by highly respected professionals at every turn." Highly respected professionals? Who are you talking about? Robert Costello? The same Robert Costello who in 2018, after Michael Cohen's apartment was raided, Costello wrote, "You have friends in high places," referring to the fact that you would likely give Cohen a pardon if he just went along with it and continued to engage in lies for you, which Cohen refused to do. And then Robert Costello said, "No, I was referring to friends in low places. I was just talking about the Garth Brooks song," although he later said that, yeah, I actually didn't mean Donald Trump. That's who you were saying who has credibility? No, who actually has credibility is Michael Cohen, whose mea culpa is displayed each and every day. He's taken accountability for his actions and has actually told the truth. But I digress. You go on to say, Bragg refuses to stop despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. There's not overwhelming evidence to the contrary. He's a Soros-backed animal who just doesn't care about right or wrong, no matter how many people are hurt. This is no legal system. This is the Gestapo. This is Russia and China, but worse, disgraceful. No, what I see here is a statement that looks like a Nazi would have wrote it. You were saying that the district attorney of Manhattan, Alvin Bragg, is a Soros-backed animal? Are you out of your fucking mind? Despicable. You are just a heinous human being. A heinous human being. But this is what they do. Otherizing. Trying to make the enemy like a cockroach so that the cult feels comfortable doing despicable things. So that the banality of evil is just simply implicitly understood by the cult through this despicable language. He keeps posting, everybody knows I'm 100% innocent. No. Including Bragg. No. But he doesn't care. No. He's just carrying out the plans of the radical left lunatics. Our country is being destroyed as they tell us to be peaceful. Essentially here, Donald Trump saying, why are they telling us to be peaceful? Again, disgusting inciting of violence right here. And yet the MAGA Republicans are okay with this. The large media networks want to both sides this and not talk about how this disgusting, despicable behavior, it poses an existential threat to our democracy. Either something is done, either the true justice is achieved. But you have to call this out. You have to call this behavior out. That's what we do here at the MeidasTouch Network. We call this behavior out and not normalize it. I'll read you more. This is what he says as well. He goes, District Attorney Bragg is a danger to our country and should be removed immediately, along with radical lunatic bomb thrower Jack Smith, who is harassing and intimidating innocent people at levels not seen before. Quote, get Trump Letitia James, the worst attorney general in the United States, and Atlanta DA Fani Willis, who's trying to make perfect phone calls into a plot to destroy America, but reigns over the most violent crime scene in America and does nothing about it. The most violent crime scenes in general are in Republican-led states, Republican-led counties, Republican-led cities, okay? Do not let the MAGA Republicans to push these false narratives out there, number one. But number two, now calling Jack Smith, first you call him mad dog psycho, now you say radical lunatic bomb thrower. I mean, this behavior is beneath contempt, beneath contempt. And if we are a society of laws, of true law and order, a society that values democracy, you cannot both sides this behavior. If you don't unequivocally, loudly, transparently, and immediately condemn this behavior, then large media networks, you're complicit. I don't know how else to look at it. Your normalization of this behavior is complicity. And not only normalization, your both sides weaponizes the discussion, which should be a legitimate and honest discussion, and you delegitimize it by just saying, hey, the Republicans, conservative. Here's a conservative person. There's nothing conservative about this. Here's the last one I'll read you. I could read you 20 more like this. He just post. The district attorney's office under Alvin Bragg is allowing violent crime to flourish in New York City. That's false. Crime is actually down significantly in New York City, like never before. False. While he spends all of his time making his office, which is in total chaos, trying to find anything on Trump. False. He's doing the work of the anarchists and the devil who want our country to fail. The horseface agenda is dead, even by the most radical left haters, but he doesn't care. He wants to go with it anyway. So lunatic, flamethrower, bomb thrower, animal, horseface, and then he goes on to say anarchists, the devil, combining that with saying people are not going to take it anymore and saying, why should we be peaceful? You piece this together, and it is Donald Trump's call for you know exactly what, for another January 6th style event. And then he's go, I just asked the question. I didn't say go and do it. I just asked the question. No, completely and utterly ridiculous. Ridiculous that this, you'll only see about this and hear about this on the MeidasTouch network. And that in and of itself is something that is shocking, but that's why the MeidasTouch network is the fastest growing independent media network in the world. Got to cut through the BS. Got to cut through all of that. And just tell the truth. Unapologetically pro-democracy. Here's the truth. I want to thank all of you for watching this and listening to these words and seeing how false and dangerous Donald Trump is, and the MAGA Republican Party is that hoists him up. I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. Hit subscribe. Help us get to 1 million subscribers. Yes, I'm marching. That's what you see here. I'm marching. Help us march to 1 million subscribers in the month of March. We've got about a week to go. I think we could hit the 1 million subscribers with your support. So please hit subscribe. Also, you can check us out at patreon.com/MeidasTouch, wherever you get your audio podcast. Also search for us there as well. Just search MeidasTouch Podcast, search Legal AF Podcast, search Political Beatdown, Lights On. What else we got? The Weekend Show, Majority 54, Politics Girl, and so much more. Check those out. And please hit subscribe right now, and let's get to 1 million subscribers. Thank you so much. I'm Ben Meiselas.
Lock him up. Indictment season is upon us. Celebrate with the new Indictment season t-shirt and v-neck exclusively at store.meidastouch.com.